especially with writing, it's very personal.
Kind of a secondary question to that, what attributes or skills do you, as successful writers, do you possess? You know, so if someone's looking at you and say, I can do that because I'm like Michael. So what skill or attributes or so do you feel that you possess that makes you successful?
Well, according to my family, just last night, my son was telling me, I don't have any skills. You know, cooking leaves much to be desired, you know, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. I was a nurse, you know, I was a little country doctor's wife, you know, I mean, I just, you know, I used to write in the ballpark, and all I can say is,
Any place that's inspired you, you would write and it would pour out of you at that point.
well, I have to, I don't know, I can't have phones, and there's certain little rules that I've built in over the years, just more like quiet, but I can also write in a Starbucks, I mean, you know, but talents, a love of reading, you have to love words. I can't remember the name of the poet. Someone said, well, why do you like to paint? Why is this? I like the way it feels. I like the color. I like the way it slides down the canvas. I think you have to love words, and you have to constantly. I mean, your world is word oriented, and the rest of it. I'm an egg gatherer. I'm a goat herder. You know, a Yorkie mom. You know, so I mean.
And a Chinese crested mom.
Chinese crested mom. And just to love why I was trying to explain why I hadn't called and why I've been so distant, because I've been on a deadline. It's like I can't separate myself from the page. At some point I become the page. And to pull myself away, I've heard so many writers say a similar thing. It's just sort of bounced out of the book. So, but that is kind of drifting.
No, I love that, don't we?
Yeah.
And Nora, actually the same question for you. Any skills, attributes, personality traits? You know?
Well, you have to have determination, you know, I mean, that's really, because there's so many ups and downs, and even when you sort of get to a happy ending, it sort of becomes a new series of challenges at each stage. So you really have to, you know, have the stick-to-itiveness to keep going. And also, I think you have to be open to criticism. You know, you have to be open to how can I make this better. I've been in writers' critique groups where, you know, you see people and, you know, they bring in their material, and the idea behind a critique group is to get critiqued, you know, but for some reason, you know, they just don't want to hear the feedback. You know, they don't want to change it. What they want to hear is, this is great, and that's why they. Well, right now I love my main character. I love Lily. You know, she's a difficult person, but you know, her heart is in the right place, and she's really trying very hard to improve herself, and I feel very kind of motherly towards her. I actually had an agent when I was querying and trying to sell the first book, or trying to get an agent for the first book. I had an agent reject me because she didn't like Lily, and one of the, you know, big rules when you're querying is, if you get a rejection, you don't email back and say, you're wrong, this is the greatest book ever. You know, you just let it go. You know, you're professional and you let it go. And I didn't email back, but the only time I really had that urge, you know, to email back, I was like, hey, Lily's trying really hard, you know. Lily is, you know, she has a lot of challenges in this story, and, you know, she goes through a lot, and, you know, so I am a very protective of Lily. I think that's my favorite thing right now.
So what do you most enjoy about the work?
I love inhabiting the novel. I live it. I let a lot of things go. The past 2 weeks, I've been clearing the debris, and I just got the cooktop cleaned yesterday, and got to get my closet tomorrow. Madhouse, you know. But I love inhabiting the book.
Okay. Wow.
And I'll look up and this morning, I write long hours, and maybe that's more conducive. I don't know if you write long hours or but it just seems like it feels like a locomotive, and then I look up and it's dark, and where did the time go? And I'm just like, it's not like it's work.
Right.
Now, when I go back and edit it, it's like, who wrote this? Oh, what were you thinking? But at the time, it feels really good.
What I hear most from both of you is that you have such a passion for writing. Is that accurate?
I can't have anything less.
So my next question I have to know, if your book was made into a movie, who would you have play Lily? Let me make notes on this one.
I actually, I really like Ellen Page for it. She played Juno, and she was in a movie called Inception that probably a lot of people saw. And there was this little scene with her and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who played sort of like the sidekick or the number 2 guy.